All right, we got another banger from 100. How strong is Battle Beast? He was the one that just did the How Strong is Thrag video, and that shit was fire. So I'm excited to see spoilers again for Invincible. If you're not caught up, basically, if you haven't watched anything about Invincible, you're gonna get spoiled a little bit. There's basically no way you could talk about bro in depth without spoiling the show. But bro is a dog, so let's get into it.
Many powerful characters fight for many different reasons. Some fight to protect all that they love. Some fight to prove their superiority, and some even fight to push their own ideals. But there's one who fights only to bring an end to himself, an end designed by none other than an equal to him in battle and glory, the conqueror that is blessed with none other than a curse, DAWG, or you may know him as Battle Beast. In this video, I intend to go over the character of Battle Beast and his feats, all in order to give you an estimation of where he stands in terms of strength in the Invincible universe. This video will contain spoilers for the story of Invincible, as it is a video covering all of the strength and feats of Battle Beast. With that said, since I value the time of both you and I, let's cut the intro short and get straight into the video. To begin a video such as this, I believe the context behind Battle Beast's character, goals, and strength are all relatively important, so we're gonna begin with that. DAWG was born on a planet with constant conflict and war. Many lives were lost every day. Naturally, he would become one of many warriors on the planet. But strangely enough, he would have an abnormal amount of rage accompany him into every battle he would enter, and eventually, his strength would grow to match this rage, and he would see this Hulk-like ability as a gift, utilizing it to become an unstoppable force of nature and single-handedly end all wars on his own planet, turning it into a utopia. However, this rage would not subside, it would even persist. He needed more. It was at this point that he realized that his blessing was in fact a curse, one tragic enough to force him to leave the utopia he had created, so he would not be the one to destroy it. This is where Battle Beast begins traveling the cosmos, all for the sake of finding someone who can put him down for good, as he begins to believe that death is his only release. And this all takes place before the events of the story. Eventually, we end up meeting Battle Beast when our protagonist Mark was unlucky enough to run into him in the early stages of the story.
Most unfortunately.
The comic and the show go about this meeting a little bit different, but his interaction with Mark remains all the same. He curb stomps Mark, says everybody's boring, and goes home. After this moment here, Battle Beast remains the battle-crazed warrior we all know and love, seeking to bring an end to his life through battle for the rest of the story. Of course, I will cover his fights later like I did with the Thrag video, but we're gonna start with the stats per usual. Beginning with his strength, Battle Beast is one of the most physically dominant characters in the series. The first thing he does is stomp out Mark completely. But not only this, he proceeds to effortlessly beat Bulletproof and Black Samson into comas about 3 panels after their fight begins in this same issue. After this, we don't really get to see Battle Beast fight much, but that's okay, because he's got an extended showcase in a battle against one of, if not the most powerful character in the entire narrative of Invincible, Thrag. When battling Thrag, we see that Battle Beast is more than capable of hurting him. This is someone who's been able to no-sell attacks from a post-conquest Invincible. Thrag is so durable that Dinosaurus would literally shatter his teeth and break his claws after attacking him. Thrag literally had to be dragged into the sun and incinerated.
And Dinosaurus is someone who was no diffing Invincible post-conquest, so that's fucking crazy.
Just for him to be put down for good. Before his demise, Battle Beast was the only person who was capable of actually threatening Thrag, and would inflict so much damage to him over the course of their multi-issue battle that after Thrag would barely win, he would pass out, requiring immediate medical attention as his injuries were fatal.
Also, if Battle Beast injured himself because Thrag came into that battle injured to keep it even because he didn't want to win off of a fluke or like a turn of luck or something like that. If Battle Beast didn't do that, he would have beat Thrag.
The guy is overall a tank. I never see anybody bring this up, but Battle Beast during the Viltrumite War was doing a 1-on-4 against Viltrumites in space, and even using Thula as a weapon against the other Viltrumites. Now, if I had to provide calculations for Battle Beast,
and Battle Beast sucks at fighting in space, and he was still no diffing them.
His overall strength, the best you can really do for him is to consider him Thrag's equal. This is the same Thrag who bodied Mark and Nolan at the same time during the Viltrum War. Now, this is important because Mark, Nolan, another Viltrumite, and Space Racer would all combine their attacks to destroy a planet. Now, Thrag is certainly more powerful than those combined at the moment, as he would one-shot Thetis, the extra Viltrumite. Then Mark and Nolan would try to fight him, and Mark would ask, "How do we beat this guy?" And Nolan just
Bro
looks
said
at Mark
we
and
don't.
says, well, that's the thing, son. We can't. DAWG could more than likely replicate the feat that these four pulled off, and with Battle Beast being his equal, he more than likely can do this as well. I like to say that characters at the top of Invincible are around small planet level, and Battle Beast is one of those characters. Now moving on to speed, we don't really see Battle Beast move all that much either because most of the time he doesn't really need to. With Invincible, he stood still for majority of the fight, and his battles against Viltrumites were all in space. And if you're wondering why the Viltrumites did not just fly around Battle Beast or away from him, it's because in their culture they don't like to turn down a fight. They tend to not retreat if they don't have to. So they would go to Battle Beast as Battle Beast is just floating in space and they would fight. But back to Battle Beast, he isn't really fine-tuned for that setting anyway as he can't fly. And the best we have for his speed is of course the battle with DAWG.
Yeah.
Most impressive of all the speed feats in that battle is the fact that Speed Racer cannot keep up with those two. Matter of fact, he couldn't even get close to their battle. Speed Racer is the same character who's been able to track and follow one of DAWG's children across an entire solar system in a relatively short time, probably like a day max. Not only this, we have Omni-Man crossing from Earth's galaxy to the Virgo supercluster galaxy in the span of a day. This was after his battle against Mark. I went over this in the DAWG video, so check it out, but if you haven't, the Virgo supercluster galaxy is a galaxy in the Invincible universe. That's literally what it's called. However, we don't know the exact distance between these two galaxies, so with things like this, I just substitute it for real life science and math. The closest galaxy we have to our own galaxy is the Canis Major Dwarf galaxy, which is about 25,000 light years away from our own. This means it would take something moving at the speed of light 25,000 years to go from our galaxy to the next closest galaxy. Omni-Man was able to go from one galaxy to the next in the span of a week. DAWG was able to speed blitz this same Omni-Man and Invincible at the same time, and then Battle Beast is again equal to DAWG. Although Invincible doesn't really seem like one of those series that would move at these super beyond light speed levels, but trust me, they can do it. Now for the durability of Battle Beast, at this point of the video, I'm sure you're not surprised that he can eat as much damage as he can dish out. Battle Beast has taken all sorts of punishment from all who have faced him, but each time except for the last, he pretty much brushed it off. We would see the limits of his durability in the aforementioned battle against DAWG that lasted multiple days, with DAWG being somebody who has constantly ripped Viltrumites in half and thrown his own children Viltrumite with so much force that they would explode on impact. He certainly hits pretty hard. Battle Beast was able to withstand attacks from this person for again, multiple days straight. Keep in mind, he had dealt massive damage to himself by slashing his stomach with his own weapons.
I was gonna say that I don't think DAWG actually inflicted a mortal wound. I think DAWG took advantage of his exhaustion and kind of like the actual damage he inflicted on his body and then went for the mortal wound that he inflicted on himself, which is kind of crazy.
In an attempt to match DAWG's condition before their battle began. Battle Beast was eventually defeated by DAWG exploiting the massive cut on his stomach, pulling out his organs, then crushing his stomach. This is what was required to finally defeat and put down Battle Beast for good. This is the same DAWG who has put down characters such as Omni-Man, Mark, and so many more in the span of a page or less, probably 30 seconds in real time. Battle Beast engaging in a multiple day back and forth with DAWG is probably one of the best durability feats in the series. In universe, like with all his other stats, he's one of the highest. Now I typically cover the intelligence of the character in these types of videos, but Battle Beast seems to be a pretty normal person when it comes to his overall intelligence. I guess some noteworthy feats we have of him is being able to lead a world from war to utopia despite his inability to remain at peace himself. You can also say that he's a battle genius considering the fact that it took DAWG multiple days to find a strategy to actually defeat Battle Beast. Not only this, but it's been stated in a data book that he's a master combatant and hunter trained to perfection. He has unparalleled proficiency with all known weapons and combat apparatus. He also knows all fighting systems and has his own hand-to-hand fighting style on top of that. His whiskers can also detect small shifts in air currents, allowing him to know that he's near something without actually seeing it.
Oh shit, I need to get this data book, bro. That's fire. I didn't know any of this. That's crazy.
In other words, omnidirectional detection.
That's crazy. Bro has legitimate 360 gaze detection. How do you beat someone like this?
Really isn't much when it comes to his overall intelligence, but the battle intelligence is certainly there.
He's definitely like genius level battle intelligence. Maybe not like robot in terms of like science or Krieg in terms of science, but like nah, he's a fighting genius for sure.
Battle Beast is kind of treated the same way that the Hulk is in the MCU. There's always someone or something looking to send him into battle in order to do the hard work for them, and that's the only time he appears. We don't get to see him at a coffee shop or at a desk filing paperwork. Now, for the extra things that Battle Beast is capable of doing, has in his possession, or will do in battle, anything that isn't normal stats. First, Battle Beast has managed to survive in space, like actual space itself, for tons of months. When discovered, he'd be completely frozen while silently saying more. This is him still looking for a fight, even despite his condition. Battle Beast is also cursed. I went over this earlier in the video, but something I didn't mention about the curse he possesses is the fact that once Battle Beast will pass away, the curse will move on to somebody else in his family.
Oh.
This causes them to be burdened with the same ever-growing rage and strength until
I was wondering because eventually there's like a successor to him basically later in the story, and I was wondering how exactly that happened. All right.
the day they're killed by somebody more powerful than them. Fun fact, when this curse was passed on to his daughter, someone would tell her that a Viltrumite is the cause of her father's death. And so, this would cause her to blame all Viltrumites for plaguing her with the curse. So she make a vow to eradicate every single one of them until they're all gone or she's gone. Lastly, Battle Beast will not allow himself to have any advantages when fighting anybody. He must be disadvantaged or on equal terms. If he has an advantage, he will remove it by any means necessary. Battle Beast is a character that has a strange yet undeniably great run in the series. He completely dominated all in his way until DAWG, the ultimate warrior of the ultimate battle species, would put him down, and even then he barely lost. Like in all videos, to help you guys get a better understanding of his strength and dominance in the series, I'm going to briefly cover all of his battles. Note, for Battle Beast, he doesn't really get any self-contained battles except for his first, and barely for his last. Battle Beast just fights in the background of whatever's going on about 60% of the time, because you already know how it's gonna end. Battle Beast first makes his appearance in the earlier parts of him.
He's kind of another gag character. Someone commented like in the review that I did for the DAWG video that like DAWG is like gag character strong, and he deadass is. Battle Beast is kind of like that too, which is funny that they went against each other, and then DAWG comes out on top because he's still like the main antagonist, I guess.
Invincible. It's important to note that the story arc that includes Battle Beast's debut is a bit different when it comes to the show and comics, but for the most part, Battle Beast does what he does best in both: stomp out everybody who challenges him, most importantly, Invincible himself. As he sits over Invincible's mangled body, he tells him that he's conquered thousands of worlds, slaughtered countless foes, empires all across the galaxy fear his name, so he goes on to ask, what threat could a simple boy hold for him? Soon after this, he's like, why am I even in this bronze 3-ass lobby, and decides to leave the battle. Now, where Battle Beast goes until we see him next, we don't really know, but we're gonna find out in the new Battle Beast comic
type shit, and I can't wait.
Coming out in May. The next time we see Battle Beast, it's in a Viltrumite prison alongside Nolan.
Who caught him? That's what I want to know. I know he had to walk there by himself. Like, he had to walk in there and say, hey, I need a room. Like, there's no way anybody actually detained him.
Nolan and Alan. Battle Beast, after the events of his story, gets captured and imprisoned, but Alan breaks him out and the two work together to find Nolan. After Nolan and Alan speak the word Viltrumite in the presence of Battle Beast, he gets very excited and chooses to bum rush the first one he sees. Now, a bunch of chaos happens and everybody gets shot out into space, including Battle Beast and the Viltrumite he was fighting. This fight is completed off screen a bunch of issues later, and it results in Battle Beast being frozen in the vacuum of space with the corpse of the Viltrumite he had been fighting from that arc. Once the space pilots find and retrieve Battle Beast, he asks for more, which means that he wants another battle. We don't really see Battle Beast fight again until issues 75 and 76 in the Viltrumite War. This is another battle where Battle Beast is just fighting in the background against whatever Viltrumite's on the screen. Here, he was primarily fighting Thula. If you notice though, Battle Beast was fighting Thula and 4 other Viltrumites during the Viltrumite War, taking almost no damage, no struggle whatsoever, despite his massive disadvantage in space. It's only when he sees DAWG and attempts to confront him that he's swatted like a fly, not to be seen for a long time after. We don't see Battle Beast again until issue 106. This is where we see him freeing another planet from a conqueror and ending a war. But more importantly, in the issue he's called into an office by Alan the alien who now leads the coalition of planets. Battle Beast complains about Alan wasting his time, but Alan says, no, look. You're gonna be real happy when you hear about what I have to say. A Viltrumite can travel through space independently, but it can only hold its breath for so long. If you knew the starting point, you could track them down by narrowing the number of inhabitable planets they could reach on a single breath. Matter of fact, they could be found somewhat easily. Battle Beast asks, why are you telling me this? Alan goes on to answer him, saying, well, former Grand Regent Thrag of the Viltrum Empire has been exiled. I want you to hunt him down and kill him. Battle Beast wastes no time in arriving to the planet Thraxa. This is where Thrag currently resides to build his army of Viltrumite warriors, and he's greeted by Thrag himself soon after. He states that he was able to defeat him quite easily before. Why has he returned?
Nah, nigga, no, you didn't.
And Battle Beast states that he would be a fool to consider that a victory.
Yeah, come on, nigga. Like, are you really trying to count that? Battle Beast said, really, nigga? Really?
Their battle was never completed in the first place. As the two are about to engage, they're jumped by Ragnars. These were deployed by the Coalition to help Battle Beast with his target, but obviously, Battle Beast does not want this, so he assists Thrag in dispatching the creatures, and when the two are done, they begin their battle. This battle would last multiple days and issues. The story would go on, and then we would just see a random page of Thrag and Battle Beast duking it out, then go back to the story. Eventually, we will come to see the conclusion of this battle of titans. Thrag has walked out the winner, although it's so close that he falls into a coma as soon as the fight ends. Now this is where Battle Beast's story comes to an end. A lot of people tend to place Battle Beast above Thrag
I place him above Thrag
by his loss here, mainly because the wound that Battle Beast gave himself seems to be way more severe than the one Thrag sustained.
Yeah, Thrag just got bit by a Ragnar. Battle Beast actually gave himself a mortal wound, and Battle Beast is stronger, so he would wound himself more. He also no-diffs Ragnars, where like pretty much no Viltrumite can fight a Ragnar, even Thrag, like as was shown in the panels. But hey.
Sustained from the Ragnar. And with the battle being so close that Thrag almost passed away after winning, you can put it together there. You guys tell me in the comments who you think is more powerful though. All in all, Battle Beast is
I think it's fair to say they're even, but I also think it's fair to say one or the other is stronger. I lean towards Battle Beast being stronger.
Character with not many appearances throughout the story, but with each appearance, we're reminded of his dominance over the entire cast. He was a hero to some, a conqueror to others, but most of all, unbeatable to most. If I had to give Battle Beast a placement, he'd be sharing the number 3 spot with Thrag as their equals, but if you don't want to count the 500-year time skip, he's number 1 alongside Thrag. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to...
Okay, I know who number 1 is for sure if you include the 500-year time skip. So I'm interested to... Who's number 2? I feel like I know who he's considering number 2, but I'm gonna wait till he does more videos about it. I love this channel. I'm definitely subscribing. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.